Good morning, I hope you're having an amazing day. It's Mark Wiens. I'm in Samarkand, Uzbekistan, and this is one of the oldest continually inhabited cities in Central Asia. It played a very important role on the Silk Road. And we only have one full day, so we're gonna make the most of it. We're gonna visit some of the most impressive and historically beautiful sites. We're gonna eat some amazing food. This is gonna be a full, ultimate tour today of Samarkand, and we are getting started at, it's a very strategic location, which is gonna set the foundation for this entire day. This is a mausoleum of Amir Timur.
Yes, mausoleum of Amir Timur. He's actually a saint and patron. He's actually the person who built this entire city, and I think it's quite symbolic that we start from his tombstone. See his remarkable work in terms of the architecture, in terms of the country building. There was so much innovation of that time.
And we're just stepping in to the mausoleum. I love the contrast of the turquoise. Is this the main mausoleum here?
Yes, it's a main mausoleum here. Prepare for your mind to be blown away.
Okay, we're gonna enter right now. It's spectacular. You see the different arches with windows, the gold work mixed in with the blues and the different hues of turquoise. Unbelievable. And then right in the center, the black tomb. That is the tomb of Amir Timur. Now we are moving on to Registan Square, which is the center of the city. So it's just down the road. This is Registan. This is the main square of ancient old Samarkand. There are madrasas, universities and schools around. This was the entire city, and this was a bazaar in the center as well. It was the booming center of ancient Samarkand. It's so impressive to see from the outside view, just the overall perspective of the entire square. But then when you come up next to it, you can just, I mean, you feel the magnitude, the giant, monumental scale. And now we're gonna take a look inside of the mosque. Oh, wow. Again, just incredible. The decoration, the designs, the geometric shapes and patterns, the gold and blue, like the gold is just reflecting off of the blue and just complementing. And again, the dome at the top, if you see that detail, it is nothing short of breathtaking. We built up quite a hunger sightseeing in the morning. We are now walking, it's not too far away, walking to the bazaar. Rahman.
This is
wow. It's almost kind of like gummy. Oh, Rahman. This one is chocolate?
It's chocolate.
Rahmat. That one kind of tastes like it's gummy and sweet, kind of like sticks to your teeth. This one is chocolate. Wow. Like a chocolate cake, it kind of crumbles. Rahmat. Moving over to the bread section of the market. This is Samarkand local bread. It's like that bagel ring shape, and it's really dense, really heavy. One of those rolls of bread can be 1 kilo or more. It's big. It's like the size of your face, and it's really heavy. That maybe is more than 1 kilo, and it's just really shiny from the oil. The black sesame seeds in the inside?
Yeah.
Wow.
Try it with the black cumin, so I think will be...
Thank you. Oh, sesame seeds are good.
Yeah, it just complements. It's dense.
It is really dense.
But it's very soft at
Heavy.
the same time.
Heavy, soft. Yeah. To me, it is sort of like bagel-y.
He's one of the most hospitable person in the market.
Wow.
He has a lot of stuff going on here.
We're gonna sample some. We're gonna drink some tea. He's an amazing man.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, so soothing, and it has a natural like sweetness to it. There's no sugar in it. Follow that with a local dried apricot. just like fruit density.
Yeah, apricot sweets. Apricot seeds.
Apricot seeds. I've never had this before. Mmm. Oh, they're so crisp. Yeah. This is dried melon with a walnut in the middle and kind of coiled up. Oh, wow. That is like a natural leathery toffee. A combination of nuts and dried fruit, which is a combination that's been eaten in this region of the world for centuries and just since antiquity with tea. Oh, it's delicious. We're now going to go eat lunch. We just took like a 5-minute drive. This is kind of a hot, sunny, kind of dusty corner, but this is where we are gonna eat. It's the king of all Uzbekistan dishes, and every city has their own, every region has their own variation of this dish. Immediately step in here, I can smell the aroma. All the onions and the carrots.
We're really on time, and I talked to the guys, they were so hospitable. We can go
inside?
There you go.
So this is the signature Samarkand plov. It's different from the other version we've had in Tashkent, but the rice is cooked separately from the carrots. All of that is just stewed, braised carrots. And it looks like dark used motor oil, but that's flaxseed, black flaxseed oil. And he pulled out a chunk of the meat. Is that lamb or beef?
It's a beef, bro.
It's a beef, okay.
Yeah.
Giant chunks of beef
giant.
just simmered. You can also see there's raisins in there as well as the chickpeas.
Chickpeas. Are you at a good angle?
Yeah.
This is our version, so he's putting first layer. Okay. So it's an art, you know how he's doing it? It's just pure art.
Yes. As majestic as the sights are in Samarkand is that plate of plov, and it almost reminds me of that dome. They got a giant platter plate with the geometric designs on it. He artfully dished out the rice and then just spread it perfectly on the foundation on the bottom of the plate. Then the carrots went on, and you can see just that dark flaxseed oil. Then he brought it over to the chopping board and he cut up that beef, just artfully decorated it on top, layered it on top, then on some quail eggs, and then finally some chilies. That's a masterpiece, a masterpiece.
All right, go.
So all together in one bite, or
all together?
separate?
Yeah, okay. Separate, I think.
First bite reaching in mostly for rice and carrots, and I got a garbanzo chickpea on the top there. This I'm actually kind of shaking in anticipation. And a massive bite. Oh. Those carrots. The flaxseed oil. You can taste that. It's less meaty tasting than other versions I've had because it's using the flaxseed oil, so it's more nutty in taste. The carrots melt in your mouth. I love how we're just sitting here and we're just eating out of the community platter. One of the most spectacular platters maybe I've seen, and that beef is just fall apart tender. Oh wow, the meat is insane. So ridiculously flavorful. I've got to try that chili. No idea how spicy or not this is, but it is definitely a one-biter. Oh, it's sweet, and it just like juices. You do feel that heat on your tongue as you start to bite it. Delicious, really good. Oh, the heat grows a little bit. I like how they give you huge spoons.
So basically it's a yogurt, but they add water and the herbs.
Okay.
And they mix with the salt.
Next up, this is like a yogurt. Really cooling. It has a bit of an herb taste to it as well. Balance that all with some tomatoes, some onions, and a piece of garlic.
It's hot?
Oh wow. That is Samarkand on a plate. Lunch was absolutely spectacular. We've now moved on to the observatory.
So it's like a meridian, 60°-degree meridian exactly. So They used to have a diopter. It was like a...
What remains is underground or underneath, but it used to reach high up into the sky, and that would tell the exact sun ray, and they could predict, or they could tell the season, which was especially important for the agriculture and for the crop growing. Next up, we're going to go eat some chickpeas.
Yeah, baby. Behind this monument,
right behind
there's an old house. They cook it for, I don't know, 20, 30 years. It's a really homemade stuff. So you can actually listen up to that old Uzbek song.
Yeah. Oh, this inner courtyard is great. Oh, and it's misting the grapevines.
It's a live music, man.
Live music. This is so great.
He is good. He's good.
Okay, so this is their signature dish here, stewed chickpeas with, it just looks like bone fall apart tender lamb.
Привет, друзья! Меня зовут Равшан Хаджиев. Мы народ гостеприимный. Вот уже несколько дней Марк находится у нас в гостях. Сейчас мы находимся в древнем городе Самарканде. И я, и мои друзья впервые в жизни видим человека, который ест после еды.
And by the way, he's going to narrate it in Russian this time.
Да, мы знаем, что у Марка огромная армия поклонников из России, поэтому решили предложить ему сказать что-нибудь на русском. Вот. Это блюдо называется наход-ширак, традиционное самаркандское блюдо, очень вкусная, нежная баранина, вареный нут. И даже несмотря на то, что совсем недавно, около 20 минут назад, мы ели самаркандский плов, мы решили перекусить. О, это очень круто.
Yes, they're so tender. Oh, starchy and beautiful, with that beautiful lamb aroma to it. Okay, we've got to try some of the lamb. Lift up that, oh, look at that. Oh, just look at the ridiculous tenderness of that.
Должна быть реклама какой-нибудь гастрологической, как это? Нет, ладно, реклама гастросезина, короче.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. It's so tender.
Знаете, вкусно.
Unbelievably tender.
Это очень вкусно.
Thank you so much. I'll try to have his Russian translated here, but yeah, this is an amazing dish. Like plain and soothing, and it's just like ultimate warming comfort food. And by the way, he makes videos, food videos of Uzbekistan and abroad in Russian. Check out his channel. Oh, mouthful of dill. Oh, I've been loving the dill in Uzbek cuisine. And then finally the soup. Wow, that's some liquid lamb. More of those stewed chickpeas.
Chickpeas, go.
They're so silky soft, like unbelievably soft.
Yeah, it's like milky, almost texture is really nice.
Good. Okay, and final thing here is like homemade, I think yogurt. It's so thick, as Bekruz showed. You can actually, it's like the what is that called? The Dairy Queen, the Blizzard. It's like the Blizzard. You can turn it upside down. Dip my spoon into this. Oh wow. Oh, that's solid. Yeah, look at that. Oh wow, that just like, it fully dissolves in your mouth. It seems like really rich, but it's actually like light and fluffy. Oh, that's really good and like perfectly sour. That was spectacular. The chickpeas were delicious, so plain, but so comforting. We're moving on. So part of the reason why we're eating so much food, back to back food this afternoon, is because a lot of the food is open for lunch and then after lunch and into the evening. So that's why we did a lot of sightseeing this morning in Samarkand, but now we're eating a lot, and we are next gonna eat. We're stopping at a famous place for kebabs. This is the cabinet, just stacked full of lamb skewers, but they have a bunch of liver, they have some layered meats, they have some chicken and fish over here as well. Wow. This is one of the longest grills I've ever seen, and yeah, it goes all the way to that side, all the way to this side. He's only using about a quarter of the grill right now, but the heat is just radiating. You've got the chimney going up, the meat is just smoking away. Oh wow, it smells unbelievable. They just pulled out one of each of their kebabs onto plates just because the inside that mirror is kind of blurry. They just wanted to show every type of kebab that they have. That's like 10 different skewers at least. Yes. We chose our skewers. We got some unique, okay, we'll wait for them to finish grilling, but we got some unique items. He is the ultimate grill master. They say he's been making kebabs for over 20 years, maybe probably longer than that, but he is the top grill master of all of Samarkand, and he's grilling our kebabs right now. Already here. The kebabs right off the fire. He just delivered them to us. We got 4 different skewers, 4 different kebabs to try, and I love how they keep it on. They keep the middle skewer on the meat as they serve it to you on your table. That just like, I mean, because you're eating a kebab, you want it to be on the skewer, and so we gotta try the first mystery skewer. I don't know if you can guess what this one is. Take off a chunk of this. By the way, this is bull testicle. It's a little bit mushy, but it has that amazing smokiness just embedded into it. Kind of spongy, actually. It's like layers of fat and meat, layers of fat and meat, layer of fat and meat, and he just grilled this. It's sizzled. I'm gonna put a couple of these onto my plate. Oh wow, that looks unbelievable. Look at those layers. Oh, I lost a layer on my lap. Thin fat, thin meat, thin fat melted together.
Мы привезли Марка в местечко, которое называется Ikrom Shashlik. Здесь, друзья, более 20 видов шашлыка. Мы постарались максимально все это снять. Мы сказали, из чего сделается этот шашлык. Марка никоим образом это не смутило. Загуглите, что такое лампочки. Это очень вкусно и по-мужски. Рекомендую.
And this is their signature, the actual kebab, the minced meat. And they insisted to just pick it up and bite it. So I guess I'm gonna have to.
Невероятно, я считаю. Даже
bursting with oily juices. Again, that insane sponginess to it. The onions in there, you can really taste the onions. And it's just smoked out. Okay, this is the fish. Got a little bone. Fish tastes like maybe a type of catfish. They put a bunch of basil in there. I'm gonna go ahead and generously dip my next slice of testicle into the tomato sauce. It's so soft and so tender, and it does have a little bit of a unique taste to it. And that just jump starts the digestion process. And by the way, I didn't mention this before, but that grill is 21 meters long. We've got one more historical stop today on this ultimate Samarkand one-day full tour. Yeah, we gotta burn a few calories before dinner. We're stepping in, the sun is starting to go down, it's just making it even more pretty. And then we gotta go up this flight of stairs. Yes. Wow.
Look at it. look at this beauty. You see right and left, mosaic and
And you enter, it's almost like a valley of turquoise mosaic. It's so beautiful, turquoise mosaic on both sides. Oh, the detail, the
look at
brick.
the fight of the colors. You see very cool colors. You see the shades of blue and green and yellowish, and in a geometry. It's like alluring, you know. It has
Even the color, like, just kind of like soothes.
Yeah.
It like soothes. This entire complex is a cemetery. Stepping into the final courtyard of this cemetery building complex, and this entire complex is one of the most spectacular in all of Samarkand. The tile work and the mosaic, the colors are just mind-blowing. I thought I was almost historyed out from this morning, but this is impressive. Just arrived for dinner, and tonight we have a very special dinner. It's somebody's home, but the family opens up their home to cook a local Uzbek Samarkand meal, and so we've just arrived.
She's the host. She's the owner.
Assalamu alaikum.
Grandchildren, children, everyone cooking here, sitting here.
It's a beautiful place. You have the courtyard entrance, a big spacious area, garden in the center. It has become a restaurant, but it's just it's a family home, all family run.
Mark?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. We're waiting for the main course to arrive, but there's a bunch of snacks on the table, including fresh grapes, which probably came from right up there. We're starting with some mashhorda. Mashhorda?
Mashhorda it is.
Mashhorda
Yeah,
it is. It's a rice mung bean soup. There's some meat in there. There's some carrots. You can see the carrots. You can smell the dill. Oh, it's hot. Yeah, really nice. Really just, it tastes like home cooking. You know it's home cooking. I love how the rice just kind of blends together with the mung beans. The main dish has arrived. It's like kind of like a stew of potatoes. There's carrots, there's meat in there. There's lots of onions, which has just been simmered down until it looks like everything is just kind of almost melting together. Oh, that's right out of the pot. Oh, the potatoes just disintegrate. It's so soft and tender, and you can taste the sweetness of the carrots. They chopped up some fresh chilies, especially for me, so I'm very thankful for that. Yeah, that bumps up the flavor. That bumps up the heat. I think there's a little bit of tomatoiness. Maybe?
Yeah.
Just a little bit of tomatoiness in there. But really it's like it's kind of like very little seasoning, but just the natural ingredients are a harmony together. And not to mention this environment here, sitting underneath the grapevines, or this might be an apple tree or a peach tree.
Persimmon.
Oh, it's persimmon.
Yeah, persimmon.
Oh, cool. Open air in the courtyard. This is just beautiful. A spectacular way to end this ultimate food and historical, just the ultimate tour of Samarkand. Just finished with dinner. It was spectacular, and I mean the food, the main dish was plain. There was no spices, but you could taste the love in the cooking. You could taste you feel like your family when you're eating here, and that was just the ultimate perfect end to this incredible and fascinating day in Samarkand. And I want to say a huge thank you to Bek Cruise and the Ministry of Tourism Uzbekistan for putting everything together, for inviting me here. It's been very special. And so I'm gonna end the video for today right now. I'll have all the information in the description box below. You can all check out everywhere we ate and everything I did in this video right below. And thank you very much for watching this video. Please remember to give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're not already subscribed, click subscribe and also click that little bell icon so that you get notified of the next day. And goodbye from Samarkand. See you on the next video.